What is up, guys? Another video on the RNC Super Lite cranks, as well as some bicycle maintenance. See, I wanted to swap out the tires on my bike right now because I'm going for a little bit of a different look, and I wanted to oxidize my titanium cranks because I haven't seen it done. And when I got these cranks, I initially asked if they would come in any other colors. I'm gonna make that color option happen now, and to be completely transparent, I've already tested this method out on the other iteration of the cranks, the version 1. So let me show you what it turned out to be like, and we're gonna try to perfect it along the way. Before we go any further, I wanna talk about today's video sponsor. This video would not be possible if it was not for Phantom Wallet sponsoring today's video, hence the name. Fans open all your cards. Really durable design. This one's the aluminum one. They also offer it in plastic. All the accessories screw on, as you see there, all these little screw holes. Right now I'm running silicone band. I usually run the money clip because it gives you a lot of color accessories. They also offer a clear plastic front for holding IDs, as well as fanning out your keys. I'll display them here on the screen. If you're interested in any of these products, especially their newest one, it's gonna be coming out really soon with MagSafe technology, be able to connect it to your iPhone. Click link in the description below. Use Fede10 at checkout. And big shout out to Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. So overall, I want the finished product to look very similar to what you see here. This is just the best looking side of what I did. I did more, this is probably like the third round that I did, because I did this other crank arm first. And then as I got to the side here, I realized exactly how much heat I needed on this, because this being thicker, see, like some of these areas are thinner here, so it made it easier to do the gold into the purple. Versus like at the top here, it got really, really hard to kind of go from gold to purple without getting the blue. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. But that's kind of the look I'm going for right there. That whole gold, maybe a hint of purple, a hint of blue, the rainbow effect. Now, let me show you a couple of my mess ups. As you see there, I went a little too hard on the heat there and it turned white in some areas. So the goal would be to do a, like you see here, gold to purple, and try to carry that purple into a reddish to pink, and then into a really, really dark blue, light blue, and into the white to the end, or vice versa the other way. Now, I didn't do the inside of this one, but this one is another one that I did here. See how a little too much heat. What happened was I was just going through the process a little too fast. This is a very slow process in order to make it look like this rainbow effect. See, it looks really good on the outsides though. And worst case scenario, if I mess them up, I paint them just like I do on my other bikes. But this is, you can see this is version 1. Look at how still bent they are. So the initial cranks were just a press fit design, and now they put a weld on the end of it. And I'll show you what it looks like now on the existing cranks on my bike as we take them off. So that is what that weld looks like around the edge of that crank arm there. So this is that raw look that I was talking about. So let's get these cranks off the bike and get them heated up. All right, so I have this crank arm all prepped. I'm gonna prep the other crank arm after I heat this one up. I'm using the other set of cranks to be able to hold this existing crank arm on here. If you're doing this at home, you wanna make sure you have a fire extinguisher on hand, just in case a fire gets out of hand. You never know what could happen. So I feel like I just gotta say that I am at least taking all the safety precautions when I'm doing this. This is a torch setup I'm using right here. This is a Burnzo-matic. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward as far as screwing the top on. This has an igniter on it as well. So you just let a little bit of the gas out, like that. And we're lit. Now the prepping I did for this though was to clean off all oil fingerprints before I did this. I want to make sure that this surface is completely free and clear. Don't sand it, there's no need to sand it, but you want to make sure that the surface is prepped and clean. And this time around, I'm going to do the outside first. That way I can get the idea of exactly what type of color setup I want to do. Like I said, I'm gonna go for that gold to like red, purple, blue, and then hopefully white. Hopefully I can just get it to be even. If I can't, then I might just do a gold to a slight purple. I can already see that it's already starting to oxidize and change a little bit of its color on those thin portions so far. When I say thin, it's just the thinner section of titanium. Now, so far these cranks have actually been pretty good, aside from the first iteration, them sending out the wedge design and not the welded design that they said that they, I guess, already knew of the problem. They just still sent them out. So apparently, I guess they fixed that issue and nobody else has received cranks like that, but there were a handful of sets that were out there. And if you're interested in that video and kind of learning more about that, the link will be in the description below for you to be able to watch that after this video. I'm doing a little bit more focusing on areas because I can see it changing from its natural color to the gold in certain areas a little bit quicker. So I'm really stoked at how this turned out so far. It's not really in your face like a lot of like rainbow tie or jet fuel that's out there. The gold theme with just subtle blues and purple will be exactly what I want to go for. So let's flip this over and be able to do the back side of it, and we'll tackle the top and bottom and try to keep that gold theme going. Guys, I'm just so pumped on this and how it turned out. The color combo between the oranges, the pinks, the reds, the purples is flawless in my opinion. Now, flawless only because I had the other set of cranks to go off of, which was this one. Too much heat. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So at the end of the day, this will take about an hour per crank arm. You need to evenly distribute that heat. Like I said, you don't want it to look like this. You want it to look like this. You want it to be even and beautiful as it is. Now, this isn't too overbearing and overkill when it comes to like the jet fuel, but if you just want that subtle effect and you have titanium parts, then this process is probably something you want to try out. But don't try it out unless you have a fire extinguisher or some type of water ready to put out a fire, just in case you guys basically get a little bit out of control. You also want to know how to use a torch before even attempting this. So hopefully you found this video pretty informative, and if you did, hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel because I have videos every single day as well as shorts. So if you guys have any other suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.